Hey guys! Okay, so I've been promising you I would fill you in on what we're doing with these lists and what in the world we're even doing with this group. You guys have been so energetic and so enthusiastic. I have loved it. Everybody's like, give us a step, tell us what to do, and I really want to stress this is baby steps. This is not take your list and just eliminate it all. As I'm going through and I'm telling you guys about the dairy products, or I'm telling you about the whole grains, the lean meats and so forth, I really don't expect you to have made too big a major changes in your diet yet. It's great if you have. They're all positive changes that are good for you, but this really is concentrating on building a lifestyle. This is about taking small steps, getting used to that step, and then moving on with another small step. When you start a diet, the typical diet, people are like, okay, Monday I'm starting, and starting Monday I'm not going to eat this and I'm not going to eat that, and I'm only going to eat this number of calories. And not very many people make it to Tuesday, truthfully, because they just set, you cannot just change your whole life in a day. And we're not talking about a diet. We really are talking about a lifestyle. We are talking about treating your body right. And that's not just until you get to your goal weight, or that's not just until you feel a little better about yourself, or you feel some health benefits. That's for the long haul. That's so you can hang out with your grandkids and be active. Or you can, be active again. Some people have themselves at a young age to the point where they can't do a whole lot without huffing and puffing. And it might not even be because they're extremely obese. It might just be because they really don't give their body the fuels that it needs. We are no different than any other well-tuned engine. The more good you put in, the more good you're going to get out of yourself. So, the way it's going to go, I want you to take your list and I want you to look at the items on your list. If you have really broad spectrum things, like for example, if you just put on your list that you want to avoid, I'm going to use me for an example. My big thing is artificial sweeteners. I really want to get them out of my life. But if I just put artificial sweeteners as one item, well, that's pretty broad spectrum because there's artificial sweeteners in a lot of foods, a lot of drinks. I've talked about my drink packets that I pour in my water. There's just a lot of categories that could fall in. So look at your list and see if you can break it down a little bit. If you have broad items like that, kind of list some of the things that you consume on a regular basis that fall into that category. It's going to make your list a little bit bigger, but that's a good thing because then you're going to eliminate things, just a few things at a time, as opposed to trying to eliminate all artificial sweeteners at once. After you have your list broke down and you feel pretty confident with the things, and do that on the addition side too. One of my things I have, add more whole grains. Well, what kind of whole grains do I need to add? I need to get more quinoas into my diet. I love quinoa. I have completely replaced rice with quinoa, but I need to have it more often than once every 3 weeks or whatever. So go ahead and just make it more specific. Once you have your specific list, I want you to go through and rate each item all the way down. You're going to use a scale of 1 to 3. Keep it nice and simple. 1 is, this item is going to be super easy to get rid of. I really just eat it because I like it or because it's convenient or whatever, but I'm not really going to miss it once it's gone. 2 are the items that are going to be a little bit tougher to get rid of. You might miss them a little bit, but really when it comes down to it, you know that you're making a better choice by avoiding these things. And then 3 is, these are the items that are going to be a struggle. These are the items that you're going to fight with a little bit. These are the items where you're going to see them and you're going to have to use your willpower and tell yourself, no, I really want to be healthier. No, I really don't want to eat that anymore. I really don't want to drink that anymore. Those are your 3s. So nice and simple. Just get your list broke down. Go through 1, 2, 3 for each item on both the additions and the subtractions. On the addition side, it's really the same scale. It's just reversed. So 1 is, I don't know why I don't eat this on a regular basis, but yeah, it's going to be super easy to add it to my diet. 2 is, well, I'm maybe really just not thrilled with that, but I know that it has so many health benefits, I really need to make it part of my diet. And then 3 is going to be the things that you're just like, oh, I just don't know if I really want to try that. I don't really care for it, but something that really needs to be put into your diet and that you're going to force yourself to at least give it a really honest attempt. I talked about it a little bit in the portion control video. You can brainwash yourself. Your brain thinks that it loves McDonald's right now. Maybe not for real. I'm just using this as an example. And your brain might think, oh, a McDonald's double cheeseburger sounds so good. But if you force yourself to take something like kale, let's say you decide that you want to add kale to your diet, and the first time you try it, you're like, it's kind of not really got any flavor. I'm not so sure I'm too excited about this. And a couple days later, you put it into your diet again, and maybe in a different form. You find out how to do kale chips. So you do that, and you're kind of like, well, it's not as bad this time. By the third time that you have it, maybe you saute it this time in a little bit of olive oil and garlic. You're going to be amazed how all of a sudden your body's like, I think I want some kale. Your brain is an amazing thing. You can trick it into believing just about anything. So get your list done. Get your list rated 1, 2, 3. We're going to start eliminating. There's going to be posts telling you what you need to go after. And you're going to get to pick within the category. So, for example, tomorrow we're going to pick a number 1 off of the elimination. And we're just going to decide that item is no longer part of our lifestyle. All right, guys, you have a great night. Thank you.